Hi guys, welcome to a brand new series on my YouTube channel which is called Automotive Paparazzi. I'm your host Dennis and today I'm going to talk about some facts you might not know about the company Rolls-Royce. Well, you might know about them or you might not, so make sure to stick till the end to get to know all of them, and make sure to also hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you get notified before anybody else. Let's begin with today's video. So guys, the first fact that I have for you guys is that the first ever Rolls-Royce made had only 10 horsepower. Yes, you heard it right. The first ever Rolls-Royce had 10 horsepower and it debuted in 1904, had a 1.8 liter 2-cylinder that boasted 10 horsepower, and it was named Royce 10 because it has 10 horsepower and featured a 3-bearing crank and twin camshafts that actuated the side exhaust and overhead valves. To get everything hauling, it was mated with a 3-speed manual transmission. Yes, it had a 3-speed manual transmission. So guys, now moving on to the second fact. The second fact is about the Spirit of Ecstasy, a little history about it. So it was commissioned by Baron John Edward Scott Montagu, a car collector, based the figure's likeliness upon his secretary, who later turned into his mistress, and her name was Eleanor Thornton. And another fact about her, that in 1915 she was en route to India when a German U-boat sunk her ship she was traveling on. Yes, she died in 1915. So another fact about the Spirit of Ecstasy only, in 2002 when BMW bought Rolls-Royce from Volkswagen Group. So at that time Volkswagen holded the right for the Spirit of Ecstasy and they requested BMW to pay them an additional $40 million just for the Spirit of Ecstasy. Yes guys, $40 million to get the rights of Spirit of Ecstasy. So now BMW in 2002 paid for it and they own the rights for the Spirit of Ecstasy now. So now moving on to the third fact. Over 60% of all Rolls-Royces are still on road. Yes, they have built their vehicles so tough that still around 60 to 65% Rolls-Royce are still on road and are operationable and still running good. So guys, now moving on to the fourth fact. Rolls-Royce also built jet engines. Yes, you heard it right. Rolls-Royce also built jet engine. In 1933, Rolls-Royce built a prolific aviation engine which was a 27-liter Spitfire Merlin V12. Yes, they created this engine in 1933. So this engine generated such powerful thrust from the exhaust that when engineers angled the exhaust outlet backward, the Spitfire gained 10 miles per hour in speed. Now moving on to the fifth fact, which is you could only get a Phantom 4 if you were a royal. Yes, you heard it right. If you were a royal person, you would then only get the Rolls-Royce 4. So a Rolls-Royce gained a deserved reputation for elegance throughout the 1930s and the 1940s. It became the only choice for the world's elite. This notion further solidified in 1950s when the British royal family parted ways with Daimler to select Rolls-Royce as its preferred manufacturer. Then Princess Elizabeth was the first to receive a Phantom 4, which became a model only designed for the royals and other heads of the state. A mere 18 Phantom 4 models were produced, making it among the rarest of the Rolls-Royce. Yes, it's the rarest in the whole world. Now moving on to the sixth fact, which is you can send your chauffeur to Rolls-Royce driving school. The coveted seats in any Rolls-Royce are in the back, and accordingly many owners opt for chauffeurs, or as to say drivers. But the most comfortable experience, they may want to consider splurging on Rolls-Royce white glove training program. The curriculum trains driver on how to open and close the doors without leaving fingerprints, how to brake without moving the passenger heads, and how to read and drive a road for optimal smoothness. So yeah, if you are planning on buying a Rolls Royce, you might also want a chauffeur and send him to the Rolls Royce driving school for chauffeur. Now moving on to the 7th fact, only bulls are used for Rolls Royce leather interiors. Yes, the leather used inside the Rolls Royces is of bulls. Now I think that explains a lot. So now moving on to the 8th fact, it is one man paints all the pinstripes on all the Rolls Royces. Yes, one man only. In 2003, he joined the company at the Goodwood plant and his name is Mark Court. Since then, for the past many years, he's been pinstriping by hand all the Rolls Royce models that if you customize and get pinstripes on them. And just for that, he's paid a salary in 6 figures. Yes, just to pinstripe all the Rolls Royces, he gets paid in 6 figures. Now moving on to the 9th fact. 9th fact is about the most expensive Rolls Royce created. It costs $13 million and is a one-off model, which is called the Rolls-Royce Sweptail, and is a one-off coupe or coupe that took more than 5 years and to complete after a billionaire client of theirs placed the order back in 2013. The design inspiration drew from the classic Rolls-Royce sweeping lines of yesteryear models, including the dark wood materials used by the coach builders. Now moving on to the 11th topic, guys. It takes at least 2 months to build a Phantom. Yes, to build a Rolls-Royce Phantom, it takes 2 months. And now moving on to the last fact, which is the one-time owner of the world's largest Rolls-Royce collection may surprise you. Clocking in at 93 Rolls Royces, the largest collection of rollers in history belonged to Bhagwan Rajneesh. If that name sounds familiar, he was the leader of a spiritual movement eponymously called Rajneesh. He and his followers overran a small Oregon town back in the 1970s, all of which, including the Rolls Royces, was recently showcased by Netflix documentary Wild Wild Country. So guys, these were some facts you might or you might not know about the Rolls Royce. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to hit the like button, and guys also make sure to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you get notified on more interesting videos like this one before anybody else. Till my next video, bye bye.